Hi, Mika.
Hi, Danse. Nagadef.
Oh, Nankadef. What does that mean?
Mangifi. How are you?
Oh, it means hi.
Yeah.
Nankadef.
Mangifi.
What is WATU
WATU.
Digital Lab?
Yes. WATU Digital Lab is a digital communication agency willing to connect, engage, and impact rural communities through ICT tools to empower youth, women in agricultural sector. Now, I will give a small explanation about the origin of the name, Watu. Watu means in Wolof, Senegalese local language, Watu means to support, to improve, to help, okay? It means in Benin, in local language in Benin called Fon, Watu means source of knowledge. And in Kenya, in Swahili, Watu means people, right? Now let's go to Mali, in Mading. Watu means it's time. So that's, all these meanings combined to mean Watu in general. So it's really Pan-African name, and this is what we also try to reveal in the team that we have. People from Senegal, from Benin, from Togo, from Congo, from Gabon. So we are very Pan-Africanist team.
Wow, I love that so much. So it means people, it means to connect the people,
Yeah.
it means that it's time, it means to empower.
Exactly.
Oh, that's so amazing. You mentioned that you are from Benin.
Yes.
So how did you end up in Senegal, Dakar?
Yeah, long story. I came to Senegal because my girlfriend was living here. So that's why I decided to come to stay in Senegal, and then I found my passion for entrepreneurship here. So I decided to start my own company.
Did you always want to be an entrepreneur growing up?
Yes, I mean, this was a long journey for me, starting from secondary school in Benin, where I founded an ICT association with my classmates just to train my student fellow to know how to use computer, internet, and find online books or scholarships. So from that one, I try to charge them, but I mean money, but it's not enough. But from that one, I try to engage more with people, and also try to sell them my skills. In return, they pay me back. But I was more involved in social entrepreneurship. That's doing profit was not my first goal. I just want to help and serve my community.
Wow, that's amazing. So how did you come up with the idea for WATU Digital?
Yeah, I love communication for development pretty much. I'm passionate about agriculture and rural world. So I have decided to conceal both passions to make it my lifetime goal. That's why I decided to establish WATU Digital Lab. From my 2 years experience in the Netherlands, where I was working in an international organizations supporting farmers cooperatives in Africa, the Caribbean, and the Pacific. So I had the opportunity to interact with small other farmers, young entrepreneurs, and the main challenge that they are facing is the lack of information, access to opportunity in rural communities, and also skills to be better entrepreneurs to increase their income. So once my contract ended in the Netherlands, I said, oh, I think I have enough to offer or to give back to the community, if I can say like that. And I decided to fund WATU Digital Lab to facilitate the access to information agricultural sector, innovations, and also provide more, reveal digital opportunities to young and women entrepreneurs in rural communities.
You mentioned that that WATU has wide group of people from different parts of Africa. So how did you form the team? Did you always know each other, or did that just come together beautifully somehow?
Good question. Like the first one to join WATU was, is Fatimata Binta Diallo, who is my co-founder. The way I organize the team is from I learned a training 2 years ago in UCAD, National University of Senegal, for young social media reporters and volunteers. So that's where I saw in Fatimata, for example, her passion for communication and really a change maker willing to bring her passion for art and culture to help young and communities in Africa. So that just, I don't ask for CV. No, I don't need your CV. Like what I just see, from how you are acting and your passion, that's enough for me. We will work out the lack of skills to train you, provide you the right tools to be more competent in delivering the product or the task of our client. But the first important thing that I always look at in people around me is the passion for helping communities. If you are not ready to be a change maker, it's hard for me to work with you because I want people who are more ambitious than me and really, very committed to support this big vision that we had, contributing to revealing opportunities to young and women in rural communities.
Okay, wait, you've only talked about Fatih. Do you want me to talk about everyone else?
Yes, you can also give plenty examples. Like,
we have time, we have time.
Samantha Zage, for example, it was the same. Like, always I try to find the right talent from the different activities I organize. And like Samantha, it's from the first African Communications Week we organized in Senegal, that she was one of our volunteers. And I saw how she was, really committed, engaged in doing her work, which was not paid. So from that, you can really see the passion of people willing to serve or to contribute. And that's all I need in my team. I think you will be an added value to what WATU is trying to do, make the difference in life of communities.
Okay, so you have the idea in your head, you have the entrepreneurship skills, and you have the spirit, and you meet these amazing people as you're doing trainings. What were the first concrete steps that you took towards making WATU a real thing?
I think the first step was finding the right wave. Let's explain like that. Once we saw the huge opportunity in rural communities through agriculture sector, we decided to invest ourselves in making people see differently the potential in this sector. So that was the first step for us. Show that you can be happy living in rural areas. You can stay in Africa, you can stay in your home country and make money and become rich. But we just need to reveal to people, to young entrepreneurs, the huge opportunities that there are in their own environment, but that they can see. Just because maybe they are not people who can facilitate the access to the right information to them, or just to give them the right skills to make them become more aware about their own potential. So what we try to do is to help people show the best of themselves through different channels. So we can have art event just to help people become more overconfident. Like we organize a shooting activity just to help people not be afraid about themselves, to like who they are and love themselves and be willing also to show love to other people. So for us, it was that, the first step we took to, establish the company and then stick to that vision. Because, as we are at the beginning, it's not easy to keep the same vision or goals because we also want to make profit, okay? But we try to not lose focus because it's very easy to lose focus in African context. Like most of the businesses that you can launch or just a client not willing to pay the right price for the service you are delivering to them, or just like people can accept to pay for a service, but maybe because you are friends or these family relations, you won't get your money back. So for us, it was very important to not lose the focus on our final destination and really stick to that.
So are you profitable?
We are starting being profitable now. Like 2 years ago, it was not the case, okay? Because from the beginning, we invest ourselves, our own money from our pocket, not that we had a seed fund or any other like business angels. No, we first decided to believe in ourselves, to use our own resources, start with what we have, and then. Last year, we had the Konrad Adenauer Foundation, the German political foundation, who saw us. I saw you doing this on Facebook. Can we meet? We were surprised. They said, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on?" And I asked my team, "What have you done? What's going on?" And then we met the representative of the German political foundation. He was curious about what this young team, young African people are doing, which is very amazing. So we tried to pitch WATU to him. And they said, I think you are the right partner I was looking for to help me deliver on our entrepreneurship agenda in Senegal and in the Gambia. So that's how we started. And the foundation was our first client. So just believe, starting from zero or from whatever you have, and then people will see the value of what you are doing, and definitely, if you are serious, they will be ready to support you and make you go further and further. So that was the way we try, to get attention.
Okay, so what I hear is the idea is to empower rural communities.
Yes.
And I heard you say in agriculture specifically.
Yeah. Agriculture is our main focus.
Okay.
But let's say we connect agriculture to sustainable development, and which links to environment, nature protection. And a part of agriculture, we also provide part of our corporate responsibility, free trainings to any entrepreneurs, no matter the fields of activity, just to also give back and help strengthen the entrepreneurship ecosystem. What we try to do is mainly organize events, social events, to connect with entrepreneurs from different parts of West Africa, like the first West African Startup Summit we organized in Senegal was also part of this way for us to just create the right environment for entrepreneurs to meet, exchange, and build together, because collaboration was the key word for us to make sure that what I can bring to my friend in Côte d'Ivoire can also help him deliver better in the Gambia, just to connect each other to make our ecosystem more powerful.
I heard you say something about Côte d'Ivoire. Does that mean that WATU Digital Lab goes beyond Senegal?
Definitely. Senegal just, let's say, our headquarters. But we have partners in some African countries like Benin, in the Gambia, in Cameroon, who are just volunteers, sharing the same passion for agriculture, for rural communities, and willing also to bring their expertise, share their experiences through mentorship or just social events we can organize with our partners. So we don't only focus on Senegal, we are also ready to go wherever we can serve entrepreneurs and build the Africa we want.
Okay. And when you started on this journey, how was the reaction of, for example, your family, your friends, your girlfriend?
Good question. I have a lot to say. I mean, because what we use to hear is just success stories. People don't also share their failures or their mistakes or I mean, the hard way through which they went to make things better now. In my case, for instance, it was not difficult because my dad was in the army. So from the younger age, every 2 years we used to move from one place to another one. So for them, being in Senegal it's not a big issue for them because we are used, to move from one place to another one. Now, when it comes to venture in entrepreneurship, in entrepreneur journey, the first reaction of my girlfriend was, "Are you sure about that? Because you are creating your job and starting a new company, you don't have no trainings in building companies or finance report. How will you do all of this? Come, are you crazy?" I said, "No, I'm not crazy. I'm a dreamer. I'm a dreamer. And if you don't dream, you never can make it come live. And I want to start dreaming now. If not, it may be too late. And I don't want to die with a dream inside me." So I said, "Okay, I will start with this." But it was a big fight. Like, no, when you start your business, we won't have time, to enjoy life because, I want, like if I used to go outside of Senegal or Dakar every weekend or to go to party or to the beach, I won't have the same time to dedicate, to nourish our relationship. So that was the biggest issue I had. Like, the first time I had the idea to start my own company was in 2016. But it took me 1 year to convince my girlfriend about that. "Okay, I think, girl, look, I need to start now." But no, just wait. Are you sure? I mean, Senegal is a new environment. You have no connection, and you know how the world is based on networks, and you need to know people. I say, "Yes, you are right, but I can just start and keep adjusting my strategy and learning from my mistakes." But that was not what she wanted me to do. So I decided to slow down, but still thinking about it. It just sticks in my mind. I can't get it out of my mind. But then in 2017, I said, "I think now is the time, or I will never do. I will never create WàTU." So I said, "Okay, now let's give me a 10 months test and see. If it didn't work out, I create entrepreneurship, and then we can find a full-time job somewhere well paid and basta." So that was the agreement we had with her, and I started the company in 2017. From the beginning, we were 3, and now we are 8 in the team. So that was not easy. From my parents' side, it was not that difficult. They were very happy. They gave me their blessing, as we say in Africa, like, "Okay, from distance, okay, we are praying for you."
Okay, so I'm hearing that you had to quit your job to be able to start WATU. So how else did entrepreneurship change your life, be it professional or personal?
I think starting entrepreneurship really revealed myself to to my community, and it was really a transformation, if I can say that, because the way you should think, like it's like a young girl with a newborn, you know. Maybe you don't have that experience, you don't know what's going on, but you have to learn by yourself and commit to what you say to people or to partners or to clients. And the most important thing is that your team is counting on you. People also may have created a job just because they believe in the vision of your company and that they want to support you, they want to work together with you to grow up and, you know, to also become more important. So all of this, situation or challenges, just like, wow, can I survive? Is that possible? Is that doable? I mean, it's like sometimes I just say, no, I think I'm just wasting my time. Why should I, keep, pushing myself beyond my limits, so I can just stay in my comfortable zone? Why not? And I still have networks. I can get a full-time work per job and going to beach or whatever I can do. But does this help me impact people's life? That was the question that I keep asking myself every day, and which, keeps me motivated and committed to my vision. Like, I want to impact, I want to improve people's livelihoods. I want to see a change in the young entrepreneur in Matam. I want them to see that it's possible for them to do it, that they can access the right tools to become, to be happy in their community and develop their home country. That's possible.
So entrepreneurship revealed to you your ability to actually be able to impact the community.
Yes.
And also revealed to you your strength and stamina to withstand all the challenges along the way to be able to do that. What were some of these challenges? Other than the girlfriend and that tough conversation, what were other challenges that you were facing at the time when you started out? And how did you overcome them?
Yeah, the biggest challenge from the beginning was human resource. Trust people. Because for a young leading company to reveal yourself to the big world, it's important to have the team that is committed to work hard and to deliver. That was a bigger challenge for me, find the right skills and trust people to do the job. And most of times, from my background as a freelance in some years back, I work with less supervision. Like, I don't need someone to tell me what to do or how to do things. Just tell me the objectives and I'll find a way to make it happen. So from the beginning, I used that approach, which was not the right thing to do. So I learned along the way to change my management or leadership approach to not just delegate tasks to my team, but also make sure that despite their passion, their willingness, their commitment, that they are well trained and they have the capacities, and most importantly, that they understand what I'm expecting from them. So that was a big mistake, because from my experience, oh, look, I can just ask him to do this and it will be done, but no. And that also the reality in Africa. I mean, I will be, I will tell the truth about it. It's not easy to find human resources committed, to deliver your agenda or to help you build your company in the way you want it to be done. So it's like giving training to a team, but also not only technical skills, but also soft skills. That's very important. And to add on that, funding challenge, of course. We started with our own money. It was not easy, no salary, just keep working hard and believing that one day we will be profitable. To maybe add on the list of challenges, I think as a young entrepreneur in African context, it's not easy to find big companies who can trust you and give you assignments. So that was also a big challenge for me starting my company. Like, yes, of course, you have a skill, but what is your track record? So not only based your track record on the entrepreneur who you are, but also the company itself. So people look at more what your company have delivered so far, with who have you worked, and then based on their assessments, so, okay, now we think we can work with it. But I mean, it's not possible now, because it's like asking a young African 10 years experience to get a job. I mean, how is this possible? So we need to change, that culture of, not trusting young people to do their job. And I think we really need to shift from that way of, just believing only in long-term experience for people before trusting them, but just based, give them the chance, give them the opportunity to prove themselves. That's just what we need. Open the doors and let us show you what we are capable of. And then you can decide. But if we don't have any opportunity to test our skills or to show what we can bring, like added value to what we are doing, then it will never happen. And unfortunately, that's the reality in entrepreneurship in Africa.
How do you pick the organizations that you work with? So what I understand is that you help entrepreneurs by marketing their product.
Yes.
Okay, but then I'm hearing now that there are also larger companies that approach you and give you like big jobs, for example. So how exactly does that work out, and how do you pick which organizations to work with? Do they approach you? Do you approach them? And how does that all work out?
The choice of our partners are big, organizations like Conrad Adenauer Foundations or the Israeli Embassy in Senegal. It's based on the common objectives and also the vision we share. Like, we choose to work with organizations and enterprises that either have the same objective as us, or the ones whose activities or projects can help achieve our own target. For example, the German Political Foundation approached us because we have experience, we have skills, we have expertise that they need to deliver very different activities throughout the year. So approaching us means that we also need to look at the status of the organization we want to work with, because it's not only involve money, but also impact that we can make together. We believe working with certain organizations can help us better impact communities because we don't have money. We know the ecosystem, we know the target, we know how to approach them. And when we put our experience with their funds together, we can deliver on concrete projects that will really improve communities' life and bring a change in Senegal or in the entrepreneur's journey. So what is very important for us is to have this common, goal and make sure that we translate throughout the project our vision. So it's more like a B2B way of working with them, making sure that we don't lose focus on the most important thing for us as a company to do.
What about young entrepreneurs who don't have, for example, not too sure about the market, or they want to get their product out there, and they want, for example, your services? How does that work out?
Great. We believe in collaboration. So most of the activities we deliver, we are never alone. We try to find other organizations partner to work together, because that's how we can deliver more impact. For young entrepreneurs, we, like 3 weeks ago, we organized in Ziguinchor a training session for 15 young entrepreneurs in agribusiness sector to train them in finance management, in using digital tools to promote their services, to market their product, to find partners online, to access to information. So that way, we try to empower them to become more aware about the opportunities in their own sector, and most important, find connections and see opportunities where maybe working in a silo, they can see that and believe that, okay, now I know this person. Sometimes we are in the same area, but we are not aware of what I can bring to the other person or what the other person can bring to me. So those activities really are important for us and for our target to make sure that we create a better connected world, because that was a part of our mission: connect, engage, and impact. So we always try to translate those 3 keywords in our activities. At the end, the most important thing is to impact them and see a change in the way they operate and boost their entrepreneur. I will share the story of a young Senegalese woman called Aisha Badji from Ziguinchor. Recently, we conducted a 3 days training with them. And during that training, surprisingly, she told us, it's very important for you to come to rural communities, because we in remote areas, we don't know what's going on in big cities. And for example, she found out that when she was in Ziguinchor, her living region, what she eats, the food she eats the same food in Dakar, but the food is from Dakar. So she was very surprised, and most of participants were shocked that what people are eating in rural communities areas are coming from Dakar. How come? Despite the huge potential we have in the agricultural sector, there are still, or some of them are still dependent on food from Dakar. So she really decided, okay, this is something I need to change because I was not aware of this potential that we have in our living area to make, to build processing agricultural products companies, to add more value to our product and become more profitable and serve our communities. So we need to shift, this way of doing business, and we can't. I mean, what she said just that we can't keep doing business as usual. We are losing too much in remote areas, and we need really to find the way to build sustainable agri processing companies to add value to our local products. And that was very, very touching to see that we really need to emphasize on access to information and reveal opportunities to young entrepreneurs in rural areas, because they also need all the opportunities young entrepreneurs have in big cities. And that's really our mission. We want to change this way of facilitating access to information and, bridging the gap between rural communities and big cities.
So you come to my village maybe and you say, hey, I'm offering this training. So I'm going in. What do I know after these 3 days or 1 week with you that I didn't know before? What will I learn specifically in one of these trainings?
The way we select our participants is based on the need assessment. Like for each training, we don't just come and say, okay, look, you should learn this. No, it's not the way. We have an inclusive approach to make sure that what we give you is really what you need at this time to make a change in your life or in your company, whatever. So we first identify the area where we want to train young people, and then with our partners, we try to come up with a first list of people. Okay, I know this young entrepreneur who may be interested in with training. Then we work with the team of our trainer to understand the needs of each participant. And that's how we say, okay, if we have this topic is more broad and can really help all the participants and make us also reach our goals. It always result oriented, because we don't go in Matam or Tambacounda like after, I don't know, 6 hours or 7 hours driving. We can't make that mistake of just giving people what we think. We can't just guess or think what is better or what they should do to be happy. We have to collaborate with them, and then we show, okay, based on your need expressions, this is what we think we can do together. And it is always this inclusive approach that helps us after the training to monitor, to follow up, and make sure that, okay, we hear from them and we keep tracking on, their progress and providing whatever support we have. Like we have now a Facebook group where we share, news about WATU activities, or if we got any opportunity, we just, okay, this is an interesting opportunity. And we help them also maybe apply to set opportunity, or if some of opportunities are in English, so we help them, work on their presentations and make them more, aware of the opportunities that they can just enjoy, and they're available, and it is on internet.
What would be your advice to young people in Senegal or maybe on the African continent today?
Entrepreneurship is not an issue. It is above all a state of mind. You have to build yourself by continually learning and doing and testing. I mean, there is not one way, there is not the right formula. You just have to start and you will learn along the way. There is not the right time, there is not the better condition. Nothing is perfect. And if you have that in your mind, you will start when you think that you should. When you fail it, just do it. Because as I said, I'm a dreamer and I don't want to die with my dreams. I want to make them come to life. And that's the legacy I can leave to the next generation.
What is the biggest learning that you have had?
Start small, but dream big. Start small, but dream big.